fans starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on another team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So NC State's return team didn't help matters out much there. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's on target and complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
With the run on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke. Touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Wants to throw on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already...
What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right.
Look out on the right. The 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he puts through the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested.
Nothing but green ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They're trying to get to it. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Grab behind the line. It's Bush. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Trying to get to him. That's reeled in. It's Bush. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, NC State. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside the spot. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Offense in an empty set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. This one's complete. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the spread.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. And I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Blue Devils in the hurry up. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. From the gun. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
We knew this defense was going to be physical in this game. How about that hit on the tight end after a nice gainer preventing him from getting the first down?
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. Just threw that one way too far.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Field goal is good.
That makes the score NC State 28-17.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And they'll knock him down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Spits it out to the back. Right on the money. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Blue Devils are marching down the field. Gets it out fast. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll just keep slinging it. Lets it fly. Got his man all by himself. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. He will take that throw all day long, and they do.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking for room. It's Bush. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go to the counter. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's...
And that ball's on the ground behind the line.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll keep it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Off the play fake. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Appalachian State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Coastal Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now on the option. Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Now on second down. Running back goes in motion. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Yards, get the first down.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. On the option. He'll toss it. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Quarterback on the keeper. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding this. That QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On second down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, NC State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He lobs one high down the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the route is on. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this, this was open.
Hey, that's a live ball. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's got his man. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Blue Devils will try to punch it in on first and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the offense gets the ball back. The clock hits 0, and the O will also take the loss. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something